Okay, let's not spend our time thinking about inferior games, let's spend our time thinking about Avorion. We're back to it, and we have all the makings that we need to go and breach this elusive barrier. The whole gameplay up until this point has been about this. We've managed to find the Rift Gate, and we found all 8 gym badges, so that we can go and breach that Rift Gate. Now my best understanding here is that I need one ship to each have one of those subsystem modules equipped, and then that'll light up all the little lights there, and then after that, I can only assume the barrier will go away, or there'll be some kind of special wormhole opened up that'll allow us into the center. Speaking of, aren't those wormholes meant to show the entire path? Yeah, there we go. For some reason this setting turns itself off after every restart. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We fortunately have 7 escorts plus our main flagship, so surely we'll have no problem getting over there and getting it open, but we need to sort them out, which is exactly why I'm right next to this equipment module. The first thing the equipment module could really do for me, though, is see if they have any equipment worth buying. Ooh, equipment worth buying. And straight away I see the reviving shield booster, and that's probably one of my favorite modules. Gives a massive flat amount of shields, which is always great for escorts that otherwise you can't afford expensive shield blocks on. It's relatively cheap, and even if all your shields deplete, it brings your shields back 35%. And I've discovered you can stack them, so if you have 2, your shields go back to 70% after being depleted. That effect can only happen once every 5 minutes, but hey, if it takes 5 minutes to get rid of that, you're golden. I've never tried these impenetrable shields, I haven't had to, certainly not on normal mode. But I've been playing the game offline on insane mode. It's a very different game, but I'm certainly glad I'm not streaming that. Very different experience. I do love that generated and recharge rate, so give me that. It's not like we don't have the money. I don't particularly think I need any of these guns, although precise mortar, massive range. I don't know what accuracy means here, since there isn't really an accuracy stat, but hey, go on, give it to me. Now, one thing I'm strongly considering are fighters, because it's currently taking a long time for our ship's hangar to fill up on fighters. What I actually ended up doing was I bought a whole bunch of these other fighters, because it took so long for these to go. Like, what's that, 20 minutes? Probably more than 20 minutes. 22 minutes to generate each of these fighters. That's going to take way too long, right? So I've decided to bolster the forces by buying a bunch of these. Actually, come to think of it, the chain gun fighters we make have lousy DPS compared to the ones that I just went and bought. I'm trying to see why there's such a difference. Durability, 8 something, durability. Okay, the ones I make have much better durability, but that's paltry DPS compared to what I can buy. Are you done with Avorion when you reach the end, Jake, or is there potential for more run on Insane or something else? I think it's better to move on to another game after that, because Avorion on Insane, which I've been playing offline, I don't think would make for a good streaming experience. It's just a lot slower paced, because you need to build yourself up so much more to handle fights. Because at the beginning, anything just looks at you and you die, and then even if you kit yourself out massively, you can take on a ship of equal proportions, maybe 2 of them if you're lucky. But then more than that, and it's just, oh, okay, we need a whole lot more going, so... Given it's such a slow experience, it's something I like to enjoy slowly in my own time. Right, since we can mix and match our fighters, I think I'm just going to buy a whole bunch of them. We have the millions, so might as well put them to use. And it's not stopping us from just making more fighter blueprints as we need. So if I go to my fighters here, they're largely bulked up. I'm going to move them around so that each of these rows will continue to make their own fighters. And how many fighters am I allowed? I'm allowed up to 4, so I'd always like to keep my salvaging ones out, mostly because I really like my salvaging ones. I also want to check what my limit is on having these fighters. I'm allowed 490 size in total, and these salvaging fighters are really big. I just love deploying the fighters and watching them just destroy the remnants of the battlefield. So I'm actually going to move a few of them out, just so we can continue production of them. And looking at that, I got space for another 10 or so 8-size ones, and these guys only take 12 minutes to make. Less than that even, because I've got a module that reduces that time. So okay, we'll keep those as spares. I think it's high time I ditched the mining fighters. Yeah, goodbye to them. Keep myself space for other fighters to come on in. And you know what? I'll even destroy it to make it a blueprint. Actually, I don't think it works that way. I think it suspends this. Yeah, you need fighter controls to produce more, so that's a bad idea. I should just keep excess ones here. And that's A-okay. Right, modules, and making sure that we can get through the barrier. So each ship needs to have one of the legendary XSTNK modules. I'm currently using the armed one because I like to have more guns on the main ship, which is fine. But we certainly don't need the hyperspace disruptor anymore. I don't think we're going to need deep scanning. Let's get rid of you as well. I love having docking distance. I'm keeping that. Are my salvagers salvagers? No, they are regular refining ones. So I don't necessarily need this one for the cargo pickup. But that docking distance is too good. When I've been playing off-stream, I actually installed a quality of life mod that just gives one module that does all these things that you like to switch out for, including the docking distance, the pickup of items, things like that, so you don't need to keep switching out. It's been great, but I'm not going to change my mod set for the main run here. Might Vicky 3 become the next long play? That's not how the strategy games work. The strategy games just use strategy segments. Just a shame that I haven't been doing that lately. We need that energy generation, no doubt. Wasn't there a pickup that I got that gives a huge amount of energy? Yeah, look at that, 200%. I would actually like that over this, but I need one of these each for my ships, so I'm going to have to leave that off. We need the fighter squadrons up. And I love auto turrets. It's a waste of a slot. Funnily enough, that's another quality of life mod I put in. Just never needing to put in auto turret things. You always have as many auto turrets as you have turrets. Because I don't like manual aiming, I just like to watch my fleet go and bombard. But again though, not going to change out my my mod setup for this run. Right, well that does leave me with a spare module, and I'm sorely tempted to just pack more guns in. So what do I have for more turrets? 7 armed turret slots. Yeah, I think that might be a winner for us, unless there's something that I'm sorely missing out on. I'd hate to die to lack of shielding, but surely just more guns will take care of that. There's also something to be said for more fighters, but nah, let's just add more gun. And that still leaves me with a spare slot. What do I have that would be worth my time there? There is always yet more energy. I do like having loads of energy, but I might just keep a wild card. Never know when we run in and find that we need some other kind of usefulness when we're in the center. So I will keep a spare one. So, extra guns. There's more space for it, so as ever, let's just look for DPS per slot. And how I wish I could filter away all these healing beams, because they always register as massive DPS, probably because they're considering just how much they can heal, how much they can break alloys down. Enhance the production of scrap metal. Tempting, but I'll pass. Although damn, that is a lot of DPS. So when we get past all of those, there we go, anti-bolter. Just shove guns on the front and do not think further about it, ignoring the repairers. So look at that, even a standard Orgonite level weapon has higher DPS than most of everything I've got. Of course I can't use it because I don't have the knowledge to build Orgonite things, but it's good to know. Otherwise, just bring myself up to my allotted slot. 26 armed guns are allowed, so slam in that shocker, and hey, we're up there. On top of that, make sure that what we have put in are together with, I suppose, number 3. 333. I only put in 3 guns, didn't I? However, I have auto slots for another 3. So these 3 are going to be put on auto. I just like my heaviest DPS guns to be on auto, so I don't need to think about shooting them myself. Okay. Search for gunners, Jake. Oh yeah, that is right. However, I still think that makes... yeah, that still makes my yin-yang show up. I love rocket launchers. I don't think rocket launchers can miss, and they have massive range, so even if you pay on the DPS, I just like that element of them. Keep yourself away from a foe, not exposing yourself to their hefty close-range weapons. But then you need a lot of rocket launchers for that. I find those only tend to spawn from, well, rarely in Now Night, but mostly in Trinium and beyond. Okay, if that's you sorted out, we gotta move around to the rest of our ships. Shouldn't be too hard. So if we go over to St. Caledon. Thinking about it, maybe I should have done this stuff off stream, because I got a lot of really crappy guns on these that should definitely be replaced. Chings, even your highest, no, supposedly your best gun here is DPS about 100. Maybe this is why Caledon gets bullied so much in battle. Oh jeez, some of this sorely needs switched out. Shield durability 25k. And low level slots here. Yeah, no thanks. First off, do we have better shielding for you, Caledon? Flat shield bonus. Look at that. There we go, 120,000 shield, much more befitting of the man. And then, before anything, I need to make sure everybody has a legendary turret in. So you're just going to get this crummy turret, this crummy module subsystem that does pretty much nothing. But otherwise, we need a turret on you. Armed turret. I forgot how few armed turrets I had, though. Maybe that was the problem to begin with. I'd rather think it was. Alright, there you go. And then, as for these so-called guns of yours, they need to be replaced. This garbage needs to be replaced. So if we just put in gunner and search by DPS per slot, it might not be so simple to put them in, actually. Yeah, it's going to yell at me. I do find that replacing guns is one of the more tedious elements of this game, but it's not without its UX issues. Should I even add them in? I don't know, we're gonna make do. You're gonna make do with your crappy guns. If we find ourselves horribly outmatched, then and only then we'll see about that. Okay, Baron von Escort. Let's see, you do have shielding, which is a-okay, but we need to give you one of these legendary modules, so I'm going to take out both of your nice armed slot bonuses, which actually seems okay, because you, I think, are okay. No, you're not okay. Wait, why are you not okay? You don't have enough turret slots to control all the turrets. 13 out of 13, 1 out of 1, 2 out of 2. Maybe that value doesn't update for a wee while. Still, either way, we need to give you a legendary module. It's Baron, he's going to get the all-rounder module. And that actually gives him some extra armed turret slots, which still makes that a problem. So it seems, but we can actually give you... we can give you one of those crummy turret slot things back. Don't know if you heard that, my phone's going off. Now is not the time. Right. Actually, now is not the time for my phone to ever be making noise, so... just make sure you are completely silenced. Why is it making noise anyway? Oh yeah, I was expecting a call the other day. Don't like phones. Do not like phones at all. But we like the Baron von Escort, so there you go. Get yourself enough slots for your guns, and the alert goes away. Right, Special Escort, Clubber Seal. You already have... no, that's not what I'm looking for. You have the Injector, which I do like you having. I don't think you need that Salesman subsystem, so that one's going to be torn out in favor of giving you... well, I'm not fond on any of these in particular for you, but we'll just give you... it doesn't really matter, this is just to open a wormhole. Hopefully we don't need to keep these things in constantly. Right, we did Baron, we did Caledon. Next up is Lepardi's ship, or the ship Lepardi. It's got a so-so amount of shields there. Sadly, a lot of this has to come at the cost of turrets if we're putting these in. I can give you some unarmed turret slots. How about that? And with that, I reckon I need to pull out 2 slots worth of gun that you have. Since we just pulled out two something. Repair laser. I'm going to get rid of that precise chain gun. And that precise shooter. That's all well and good, but now you have a lot of unarmed turret slots. So, interestingly enough, what I think I'm going to do for you is I'm going to go here, I'm going to go unarmed. So now, now all we have are unarmed. And then, excuse me, don't I have one that does healing? Or rather, do we have a way of searching for healing? I think they're all called repairer. So if I go repair here, and I just keep slamming in repair lasers, that could make you our designated healer, dare I say. Although the game is going to say need more, it's going to complain about needing more mechanics, I reckon. It matters not, let's get these repair things on. As long as it's not that yin-yang. I'm pretty convinced the yin-yang doesn't work properly with AI. Because from what I've been seeing, it's trying to tear down my own ship's shields to get some healing done. Can't use that one, it's material beyond what we have. There we go. So now you have a lot of capacity to heal our own ships. Although, thinking about it, maybe I should put some on the bottom so you don't always have to be looking at them. I can't help but feel a better design for ships is to be a massive pyramid where the tip is pointing out that way, and then on the back here we'd have the big flat part. That way, whenever you're looking at something, all of the guns would be aimed at them. And even if you were just off at one side, even perfectly perpendicular, you'd have one shot of them, otherwise you'd have 2 faces looking at them. But I generally want to be pointing at something that all the guns can fire at. Bit precise here though. And there are some relative dead zones. Yes, that is the Imperial Star Destroyer. I don't know what that's from, Modo, but seems like a good design from my perspective. Of course you have the big flat back bit that's sitting duck. But then if you just make sure you have turrets lining along the back part here, they can turn around and shoot the back, so I think it would be okay. Wow, not often we get that breaking through. What do you mean, unable to ban user? Oh, that's new. What the hell? Okay, there we go. Alpha Gamma has a stronger sword than I do. And for some reason I was unable to dish out the ban there. Yeah, the bots are too powerful for us. Okay, JJ Nitro. JJ already has the legendary armed turret slot. And aren't you one big flying gun at this point? You've got 5,000 Omicron of damage that you can deal out. That seems pretty damn good. Excellent, keep it up. Who has yet to be seen to? The Derwin. Again, everybody needs one of these legendary slots in, and you've got one for arbitrary. How many do we still have to install? 2 of them. Fortunately, we have a fleet menu that allows us to check. I don't often use the armaments, but here we go. Kaladin has one, SuperPie has one, Tarkin isn't an escort, so ignore Tarkin. Nikito does not have one, so escort Nikito. That was a name, not a command. And looking at you, Again, you got these low-level armed turret slots, but you're just going to get a jump range and cooldown that you're never going to use because you're only ordered to follow me. And we'll make sure that you have a replacement on the turrets, although, sorry to say, I don't have a good replacement. Armed turret slots +3, that means you're down 1. So we'll tear out the one weakest, crappiest thing that you have, as long as it's actually a gun. Strangely enough, your long-range rocket launcher is your lowest DPS per slot, but I'm still going to take out your reliable laser, because that's 1 slot. Then you'll be okay. And the final ship rather, that needs the update is the Nemeblub. No, Nemeblub was not one of our escorts. Okay, who have I not seen to then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I missed one of you, but who? Thought I did Lepardi. So Baron is good. Derwin is good. JJ Nitro is good. Maybe we are all good, and I've just then unfortunately sorting your fleet is not so easy for overview, because this sorts it by alphabetical order with no other option to sort. Wish I could just lump all my escorts together. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wrong one. 7, 8. Right, I'll believe that we've got all 8 properly done. And there's Nikito, just in case I counted somebody else. And it stands to reason that my only remaining upgrade is... Nobody, I'm pretty sure nobody has this Mark 7 in, though. Pretty sure nobody has the Mark 7 in. What am I missing here? Have I neglected to check someone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 ships. My god, I can't wrap my head around what I'm missing here. Somebody doesn't have a legendary module in them, or we have 2 people with the same module. I think I may have the same legendary piece as Super Pie, says JJ Nitro. Right, let's check that one. Nitro. Nitro has armed and auto. And Super Pie as armed and auto. We can fix this by giving Super Pie the generated energy one, which is great because I wanted that generated energy on Super Pie. And this is also great because it allows us to uninstall this generated energy one. Wait, that might not be great. For some reason, storable energy was what I really wanted out of that. Yeah, because it's energy capacity, isn't it? Ah well, we can keep that in and have a massive amount of energy. That covers all of them then. Excellent. In that case, let's get moving. Can we just fast travel over here? It'll only take 2 minutes, and I want everybody following. No, that's a sizable mistake, because sometimes they just love to stop. Well, they would love to stop doing the escort order after that, which aggravates me to no end. So, here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There we go. Now everyone will follow. Get ourselves over to the Rift Gate and see what lies beyond. Trader Calf still saying thanks for your trust in me. Well, I'm just glad to see you're doing your job well. One thing about playing on Insane mode is it's very risky getting people to do those automated orders. The general threat of every area that you're in is just up by so much. So generally any order is going to have an ambush chance, and some of them are very high. Scouting in particular becomes very dangerous. And because you can't just go around massacring everyone you see, because everything is a big threat, you're not drowning in guns, so arming them becomes difficult. There's a lot of difficulty, but it just means you generally take things slower or riskier. Has meant that I've had to do a fair bit of manual takeover of automatic orders. But what I ended up doing was just making sure that there was 0% ambush chance on everything. So again, slower game, because lower generation of resources. Aren't you going to take them all off escort anyway when you send them each to their own lock? Yes, that's a good point. But I think this jumping ended up being slightly faster than 2 minutes. How do you jump without moving? That's just something the autopilot does. Are we here? We are here. Alright folks, let's get to it. In fact, what I could do is go to this. But it doesn't highlight these. Oh, but I can still select them myself. Right, the Super Pie. We want you... Can we get this level with those rocks? It's hard to even tell what level they're at. You don't see it bisecting these, do you? Now we do, okay. Fly here so that everybody can get into position. Having a fleet is cool. Managing a fleet in this game, less cool. To the point where when I'm playing myself, I don't use escorts. Which is sad, because they're really cool. It's just that controlling them could be a big old pain in the bum. That and their deaths are extremely meaningful on insane mode. Because you lose everything. A ship goes, you can't tow it, you can't repair it, it's just gone. You lose all their modules, all their guns, all their cargo, their captain, it's all gone. So, it hurts a lot. Right. Right. We'll do Super Pie last then. So. Derwin. How are we going to do this? I should go here and check which one you have. So Derwin has number 2. So Derwin's going to go to number 2. This one doesn't say... Oh, right, no, it's got the name right there. And we have selected number 2. So we're going to say, Derwin, go over there. And is that taking you off of escort mode? I reckon it has. Derwin is no longer on escort mode. Good. So you take care of that. Baron von Escort has... Wait, number 2. Why did I mess up there? Where are we at? Derwin. I probably didn't actually select Baron when I checked his module, but I want to make absolutely sure. Ship Derwin has number 2. Ship Derwin isn't number 2. Baron von Escort has number 5. So you get over to... If that's 2, and that's 1, and that's 3, 4, 5. So Baron, fly there. JJ Nitro, you have number 3. If that's 2, then that'll be 3. Okay. Or have I messed things up again? Probably not. Nikito. Nikito has number 8. That is number 8. So, Nikito, fly over there. Leopardi. Leopardi has number 6. I think that is number 6 right there. Looks like 6 to me. So Leopardi, fly there. We're almost done. Who hasn't moved yet? St. Caledon. The moment I select St. Caledon, it says there's a problem. Not enough turret slots for all your turrets. Well, cope with the situation. Point is, you have number 1. Because as we know, St. Caledon is number 1 in his own head. So, go over there. And then there is Special Escort Clubber Seal. Clubber Seal has number 6. That must be number 6. That's number 7. Uh-oh. Lepardi? No, that wasn't a 6, that was a 4. Wasn't I just earlier saying that I can read? It's fine though, easily sorted. Special Escort Clubber Seal, fly there. Super Pie. What do you have, Super Pie? I didn't believe it anyway, says Nitro. Right, 7 on you. And that is 7. So, get over there. Wait, I selected Super Pie there, not, Oh, well now I'm just confusing myself even more so. Number 3 is here. And that is number 3. So come back, Super Pie, that's where you need to be. Wait, no, I doubled down on this, didn't I? You do have 3, but you also have 7. So you do need to be over there. That'll get them all lit up, but then what? Hooray! I really hope I don't need to leave all these ships where they are. So let's move Super Pie away from there and see if this thing remains open. Hold on, those don't look very friendly. It says they're neutral. Okay, the wormhole remains open. So before anything else weird happens, I'm going to make sure I'm Super Pie, and I'm going to give everybody the order to escort. Escort, 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 escort. Special escort, you two, escort. And then we get back into being Super Pie, and then I wonder if these alien things can be reasoned with. Well, they can't be spoken to, but they are Shotan, and we suffer not the alien. I think Kaladin just went through the wormhole trying to catch up with me. Oh, there are a few aliens, aren't there? Well, what the hell? Let's go and meet with Kaladin. I don't want to start the party without him, do I? An achievement get for crossing the barrier. It's all news to me now. We need to get the building knowledge for Orgonite now. Protozomac giving the installment. Man, that's a lot of goods. How do you give me so many goods? I'm just comparing that to the paltry amounts that I get on insane mode. Right. Come now, Kaladin. Can't believe you so easily forgot your order there. You must escort. Let's get a wee bit away from this wormhole in case anybody else starts going through it. So the rift appears to still be here. What we have opened up is this special... Oh god, it says unstable. Those tend to break. I really hope you don't have to manually make that every time. That would suck immensely. Already took about 5 minutes of menuing to get things opened up there. It would suck even more if it closed with my other ships on the other side there. What's taking you guys so long? Baron, Derwin, and JJ. Baron, Derwin, JJ, get over here. So I guess if you want to go through that, you have to have an escort of 7 ships. Because there was no way one ship could do multiple of them unless you made it an exceptionally large ship. I hadn't thought of that, had I? Baron, Derwin, and wait, drunk? That doesn't sound right. Baron, Derwin, and who was the other one? Was it JJ? All looks fine. Dubiously drunk is over here. Why? I don't remember. I don't remember needing you over here. What does dubiously drunk do? I thought they were just a regular escort. Fleet. Dubiously drunk has a lot of weird items left over from getting the thing to tear. Ah, good, you're an explorer. Then I do want you dubiously drunk. Leftover items from getting the thing that shut down Botan's warp drive. I think that was it. So actually, dubiously drunk, I do want you over here. Do you think you could just quickly travel? It'll only take him a minute, and then it says, note, the route is too short. The route is too short? There we go, you get that done. Then I want you to fly through and start doing some exploration around here. I was expecting a bit more of a hoo-ha about getting through here. I mean, we did just do what the entire setup was for, but perhaps we need to get closer to the center. The goal, I suppose, is to get right over there, and it doesn't look very far compared to the distance we've gone. It's just really one more square to cover. Although we need to cover it diagonally. Are we expecting a welcome party? In a manner of speaking. So many rumors about what goes on around here. Maybe when we find some kind of civilization, they'll have something to say to us. But what baffles me is that our allies here, the Skivolski, their realm goes on beyond the rift. So that's kind of weird. It's been hundreds of years, right? So you'd reckon there'd be new name, new split off, new something. Maybe I should go and give them a visit. I want to make sure that dubiously drunk is through the wormhole first, though. Actually, thinking about it, if it's an unstable wormhole and there's no way to open it from here, how would we ever actually get back? Alright, dubiously drunk is here. I want to make sure he makes it through before there's any weirdness with this wormhole. Wasn't there something about the rift being tiny first and gradually expanding? I don't know, I didn't pick up all the bits of lore, and the bits I did pick up I didn't really read. Group of alien ships have warped in. How alien are we talking? Yeah, they don't look so tough. Come now, dubiously drunk, I need you to start exploring your way to the center of the galaxy. Alright, well, let's be the ones to throw a welcome party, shall we? 1000 Omicron? Pah. Immediately dunking on dubiously drunk, a bit less pah. And drunk has no orders, he's probably just going to sit there and take it. There we go. If there'll be no welcome party for us, we will be the ones to throw a welcome party. Did that ship just give me 14,000 Xenion? That's rather nice. Oh yeah, Christ, I don't have my wee ships to go and gather things for me. Go and collect loot, please. Oh no! I think some of my escorts, when trying to come with me, accidentally flew through the wormhole again. Looks like JJ Nitro went out. We need to get away from this wormhole. And you guys need to stop going close to it. JJ, get back here. Then we'll be done from that side. While we're at it, I want Dubiously Drunk to start scouting the area. You'll be working your way towards the center, actually. I might prefer for you to travel to here first. You're strong enough that it's not a threat, which is good news. And then you're going to search here, 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 and here. And then you'll probably do the same here. Just keep doing it towards the center. Right, JJ. Let's get away from this unpleasant wormhole business. Super Pie. Let's work our way towards civilization. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's not a lot there, and there's even less there. Oh, there's even less there. Crikey, there's got to be something of value around here. I would quite like an equipment place. Well, that's why we have a search dock. There's an equipment dock over there, very close to the rift, but at least it's on the other side. In that effect, wouldn't it make more sense for Super Pie and Co to just fast travel over here? Oh, well, they've already made their jump. That is so cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 escorts, as there should be. Alright, well, screw the equipment dock. I just want to go and talk to someone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go there, and then 1, 2, 3, 1. I'm hoping the fleet is impressive enough to handle it. I imagine there's a significant bump up of difficulty beyond the rift, but again, just playing on normal mode, so surely it's nothing we can't handle. Where, pray tell? Okay, we're comfortably inside Orgonite area, but Avorion is right in the center. Now imagine we pick up Orgonite knowledge as we do any of the other ones. We can buy it for a high price, we can get friendly with a... Oh, we're already friendly with a faction here! Ah, that's incredibly useful. Then all we need to do is find a resource depot and we can buy it. Was it a resource depot? I think it might have been somewhere else. Orgonite. Shipyard, right. That gives us a reasonable way forward. Shipyard. Yeah, crumbs. They're right there. So in the end I will be wanting to go there. Well, if I wanted to talk to any of these places, would they have anything weird to say? No, they're just saying hello, howdy. I want that building knowledge, but I don't have 151,000 ore, but that's fine, I can just buy it as normal. They have lots of Xenion, but by now I have mined out plenty of Xenion. No Orgonite though. No bulletins available. Okay, that's actually reasonably disheartening. I thought there would have been a bit more of a, wow, people from beyond the rift? Otherwise, it's just more over here. In that case, why have all the story about hundreds of years of no activity from the rift sort of affair? Right, never mind that. We need to go to a shipyard and buy the knowledge. I also want to see what kind of equipment they have. If we check the tech level, we're now beyond the new tech threshold. Does that mean we're in tech 37 area? Tech 32 area? I don't know. Don't know how to read this. I reckon that means this is 47, this is 42, and this is 37 that we're in. Well, however you cut it, we want you guys to all make your way over there. Oh man, that takes 5 minutes. 5 whole minutes. Who has 5 minutes to spare? Tell you what I will do. I'm just going to eject out of this to avoid loading times and tell the whole fleet to... That's you, Super Pie. Tell the whole fleet to go... 1, 2, 3, 4. Blip. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Blip, bloop. And then when they get there, I'll select them. I think that's faster. Find the ways to cut down on the loading times in this game. They probably think you're just some loon from the near edge of the rift. We're at the near edge of the rift. Although really, we come from not far away at all, don't we? The game doesn't indicate that there are new bosses around here. We have met all 4 of these. Swox, we destroyed him and got the 10 extra gun turrets. The AI we destroyed and got the AI ship module that reduces your need for fighters and miners and gunners. Mobile Energy Lab had that massive power increase. That was a risky one to fight though. We saw how much it melted other ships, but Stone Wall won for us. And the 4. The 4 were a pain in the bum, but we took care of them as well. I forget what they gave us, so it can't have been that impactful. I don't think they gave us Module 4. It would also be nice to rip out those legendary modules. I don't want them taking up valuable space on my other ships. The pirates took care of the 4. No, I think the 4 took care of the pirates pretty well. The 4 gives the artifact that gives a little bit of everything. Yeah, I'm not sure if I looked particularly long and hard at that, but thankfully we have a way to do so. If we go to armaments and find the one that is the little bit of everything. It's not you. It's not you. I gave it to Baron, didn't I? Baron von Escort. So, little energy, little recharge, a little bit of all kinds of turrets, a little bit of shield, tiny jump range. Honestly, I don't... Actually, the best thing I see out of this is that cargo hold plus 30. It's very hard to get a cargo hold plus 30 module, even if it's a dedicated cargo one. So I guess if you were doing a lot of looting, that would be pretty good on its own. Otherwise, it's incredibly underwhelming. 100 meters of loot pickup, scanning range. Yeah, it's not a great thing to say about a legendary when you think the best thing is a cargo hold capacity. On that note, do I have much in the way of cargo hold? The ones that give a flat bonus are awful. Like, who needs 200 extra bits of cargo hold? But the percentage-wise one, look at that. This one's an exceptional one, and it gives 28% more cargo hold. This one gives 29. I've actually been trying to find ways to boost up cargo hold percentage-wise, but it seems tricky to do. Legendary, it's just an all-rounder buff. Yeah, I wouldn't even say it's that much of a buff. Recht, dubiously drunk, is on location and has found another rift. I wonder if that's going to be a common theme around here. Lots of rifts. Oh god. The area is teeming with enemies. 50% ambush chance. Well, that doesn't sound good at all. Do it anyway. I'm pretty sure I kitted out dubiously drunk to be able to handle rough situations. If I didn't, well, that's a dang shame, isn't it? Otherwise, we need to go and switch to Super Pie and get that building knowledge. What weapons are you using? A few years ago, this game was all about finding overpowered random number generated railguns. I'm just using a mishmash. There's not a lot of thought that I've put into it. Just generally putting in the strongest guns that I can find. My friend, I have one more adventure for you. On my last tour to sell some sweet Avorion, I came across this resistance outpost. They told me they know the Jotan are guarding something in the center of the galaxy. Whenever they try to come close, there's tons of Zotan. I tried a lot to destroy the Guardian, till now nobody managed. Not the best warriors, not even the upgraded AI that they built. Why do you think we could do it? Okay, I'm going to assume this is some kind of endgame goal, perhaps even the end goal of the game, since the whole point has been to get to the center, right? Also, does that imply that my adventurer friend just regularly goes beyond the rift to get these? Don't know what to make of that. So, the Guardian is there, funnily enough at position 00. I guess we need to go and destroy it, and I'm also going to guess that we need better equipment to do so, but that's why we're here. Let's find that shipyard. Hey, found it. And then I would like to buy building knowledge for 5 million, well within what I can afford. But as ever, you need to get close to somewhere to interact with it. This game doesn't have too much of the nonsense just for the sake of being a space game, but otherwise ruining your gaming experience. But I do not particularly enjoy flying dozens of kilometers to somewhere just to interact with a place. Although the module that gives you docking range helps immensely with that. It's not available until Yellow's stones. Right, surprisingly easy getting a hold of that. But that was because we made the move to ally with these guys. A brilliant move on my part, I must say. So, yoink. Now we can use Orgonite. However, we have no Orgonite. We have under 1,000 of it, which ain't good. A large cargo hold is mostly useful for piracy, like blowing up factories and stations. Yes, Mercy, I've been doing a ton of that in my insane run. But I would just sell it straight to smugglers. I didn't fancy doing either the micro or the long waiting of getting them unbranded and selling. The money was good, but just the real time cost was too high. So I just became a mobile cargo bay. Of course, on Insane, early on it's way too difficult to destroy such outposts. Factions will warp in and crush you. So I just took advantage of hostile zones or danger zones or whatever they're called, hazard zones I think it is, and then just poach whatever gets blown up, and there would usually be places getting blown up, until I was able to make an enemy of a faction and start destroying their stuff. Even so though, the money wasn't that great. Oh, hang on, Borgarus has finished their job. Actually, lots of people have finished their job. I need to go and do the rounds. However, first we make sure there's nothing amazing that's about to sell out, and there is 4 minutes from now. Don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. Okay, I actually don't care about this stuff. Not as great as I was hoping. I'm allied with them, so I can buy whatever they have. A double R driller made of Orgonite is probably desirable to me, because that means I can even mine Avorion. So we need to have that available to us. Otherwise, sure, the DPS is nice. Long range triple devastator. That sounds like a nice railgun. It's a 4 slaughter though. Jake the Galactic Scavenger. Yep. I just finished watching the video that was posted on YouTube yesterday. Would I miss anything by watching live? Oh, hell yes. YouTube has been way behind on this playthrough, and that's because, for whatever reason, it's been incredibly slow with YouTube processing videos that I upload lately. I have been sending them there immediately after they're done, but like we're talking, even after a day, it's just still standard definition. So unfortunately, if you're following on YouTube, you're going to be massively spoilt by watching live, but maybe that doesn't bother you, what do I know? What I do know is that I need this Orgonite, so I actually want to reposition my fleet over here. So I'm going to have you travel over to here. You think it's dangerous? Yeah, well I want you here sooner rather than later, so just accept the danger. Who else is... Maybe I shouldn't bring Trade Calf over here, it seems exceptionally dangerous. I'm not even sure I want you to keep trading, I just don't like that ambush probability. And I haven't found a way to remove ambush probability from traders entirely. Even though you have those lower risks of being ambushed. Just automating trade without having to worry about being ambushed all the time, I've not found the way. So I might just leave Trade Calf there to look after themselves, and have Nemiblub come over to escort people that are going to be mining and such over here. Oh, what the hell, we'll bring Trader Calf over while we're at it. Who else is sitting around idle? Carmen Effect and Billy Daru. Both intrepid explorers. However, I don't think we need to know about the outer reaches anymore. We need to know about the most inner reaches. So both of you get over here. It's going to take a long time. And hilariously, Borgar us immediately got ambushed. So I'm going to take direct control of Borg and get them out of there. Okay, they are immediately getting beset, so I just need to find them a place to get out of there. Uh-oh. Well, they may not survive this. They really may not survive this. Bye, Borg. You had a good run of it. But you don't have the power to easily jump away, and they are melting your shields. And if I charge towards that, yeah, the battery just goes away. Ah, this familiar feeling. I hope I gave you reviving shields. I did not give you reviving shields. Okay, Borg is dead. What am I going to miss from you? Well, I'm definitely going to miss your salvaging fighters, because I do love to salvage. We might get you a new bunch back here. Hopefully the shipyard can tow your remains. What Jake is saying is that Avorion diction is breaking the poor old Google computational. It's not an addiction. I can stop playing this whenever I want. I don't think we have it in us to last another couple of minutes. Hold on. Didn't I pick up an item for just this occasion? You are not what I'm looking for. You are. The reinforcements transmitter. Let's see if this is actually going to help us out. Where are my reinforcements? We can't send out reinforcements that quickly. You'll have to wait. Did you send it? Oh, you did. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Hey, guys. Boy, am I happy to see you. And this is why we allied the Skivolsky, to keep Borg alive. Nice. Okay, so turns out I can play this much the same way I play RimWorld. I want you to go and get that loot for me, Squadron. God, I love the little fighters going out and just generally playing for you. We're not quite beyond the rift here, so I imagine loot isn't that great, but it's still nice. I need to keep that one in mind. In a way, I feel bad that I, dare I say, wasted it on Borg. Right, do you think you can get back to traveling over to... I said here, but... maybe I would want you somewhere where you can restock up. Nah, screw it, just go there. The route is too short. Why do you tell me the route is too short? What if I tell you to go slightly further? Tell you to go a lot further. Maybe it's something, maybe it's just doing something with the rift here that it doesn't like. I tell you what then, I'm just going to come out of here. I'm going to tell Borg to, since Borg seems to have a long jumping range, I'll just tell you to go there, there, wait, no, not there, not there at all. There, 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 and just generally jump around, hopefully trying to stay safe. Might even get you here just to get you kitted out. Maybe with some more salvagers or something. There we go. With any luck, you'll be okay with that. Now, Super Pie. Did you lose bits of your ship there? No, we did not. it would come up at the top with a broken yellow signal if it said... Something up here would show this kind of yellow shattered mark to say bits of your ship have been shot off. Thankfully it had not. Now, where was I on the trading of goods? You've got a new stock in, you get it every 20 minutes, or every time you reload your game, as I've found. But we're past wanting trinium or even xanion. I'm here for the Ogie Watsits. Not a lot to speak of here. Question is if I want to switch out some of the equipment on the ship. That generated energy is nice. It'd be a bit of a scutter pulling out all the legendary modules from my other ships. I don't think I want to do that right now. I mean, tooling them all up, it's something you have to do way too often to really enjoy. I wish it was a bit more automated. Even if the game didn't make the best decisions, I would just like something like put the best guns on all the turret slots I have, for example, just to automate it, because currently going through and upgrading them is a bit too tedious. Right, what are we going to do then? We have the building knowledge, but we don't have the goods. And we don't really know where to go for other things. Right, tell you what, resource depots should have the kind of blocks that we want in relative abundance, and since we have the building knowledge, we can now build up to size, I think it's 12? Yeah, we can build up to 12 subsystems. Do I have a next big ship design to go for from here? I mean, I could fatten up the ship I have right now, but let's have a look at the gloriously stolen ship designs. I got a message for this, the Excelsior Star Trek thing. Is this next generation? The saucer design makes me think that it is. And that, strangely enough, is a 12 slaughter. Although I don't know how functional it is. It does have hangars. What the hell, let's apply the design. This plan has a lot of blocks. It may take a lot of time for the server to process. We can live with that. Now if the stream starts chugging, we know what the problem is. Huh. I wonder if we can roll with you. There's no Orgonite to speak of. It certainly looks sleek. It handles surprisingly well. Let's have a look at your stats. 1.23 million bits of shield. Seems pretty swell. We'll give you a chance. Hangar space is insufficient, sadly. That means if I go to my hangars, it doesn't seem to be complaining yet. Your ship is very oh yeah, Christ, it took off all of our guns, didn't it? From going to praising God to Star Trek, this run is starting to turn to that one episode of Futurama. I don't know that one. Yeah, the lack of hangar space is actually a bit of a concern, but I could always just jerry-rig it onto here. You know, ruin the visual design of this thing. Yeah, I'm up for that. I like having my hangars functional. No, not trinium engine, trinium hangar. Let's just ring you out here. Make you taller and wider. Maybe that's too tall and too wide. Doesn't like that. Overlaps too much with another block. I see. Those blocks there are higher than this block here. But I could probably narrow it down a bit so that's not a problem. There we go. All the wee fighters can blast out there and probably re-enter easily enough too. Although it does say It does say that one is blocked. Hopefully they're not all blocked like that. You're also blocked. You're also blocked. Why are they claiming to be so blocked? I don't think they're actually usable. Actually, I don't think that's a concern, because as long as they can use this part here, they can still get in and out. What strikes me as weird that that's... Oh, I think it's blocked because of this. If I got rid of you and you, it's suddenly usable. Okay. I've got no big problem with that. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. There we go. Have them coming out the back. Otherwise, that's loads of shield. What worries me is the terrible positioning for guns. Where does the Excelsior have its gun? Isn't its main gun down here? I don't know. At least it's quite agile. Generally, though, having the guns... Oh god, no. I'm trying to think where guns could be placed without blocking pretty much everything. Man, the more I look at it, the more I don't like this, but... Yeah, having them on the underside here and generally keeping my nose up towards enemies might be my best way forward. But it uses too much trinium, and I'm going to want... well, I even want Oganite as my base for guns. It's in the phaser ring next to the inertia damp. Christ knows. Backside is left way open here. Right, never mind that. Let's just put some guns on this thing. Smart Edge. Trying to find something I can turn into... One, let's get rid of that block. It's crowding my style. Trying to look for a way to turn something into a bit of Oganite turret block so that I can put turrets on it. Simple as. This stuff is smart blank hull. In that case, I can go down to Oganite turret base and switch you to it. Hey, there we go. Now we can put a lot of guns there. And do we have anything similar up here? Smart edge, smart edge. Could we have it turned into Oganite there? Yes, we can. Can we change its color? I think if I apply... Well, Oganite is orange, right? What kind of orange do we have? What a bizarre color picker. It just seems wrong, doesn't it? Why not just give me an RGB table to work with? There we go, Eternal Orange sounds about right. I'm going to have that applied here, and that way. Hey, now we know where to put the guns. Speaking of guns, we have space for 26 of them, and I'm not going to put a lot of thought into it. We're just going to put in the biggest, heaviest guns we have in, starting with this double missile launcher. Now, do we want them on the underbelly or the top? I reckon top. We'll have it on both, but the underside will be more there just to take care of anything that flies underneath us. No, not Omni Recycler. Breaks alloys down into scrap metal. Yeah, no thank you. Give me a Tesla cannon. Odd that Bi-Sprayer is still one of the best guns we have. I would have made this a larger place to put my guns if I had more Oganite, but I was already using almost all of my stuff there. Tesla cannon. Elite blaster. And I've already used up 18 of my slots. Let's put something on the underbelly here. Rocket launching, shocking, precise mortaring. Precise mortar needs 3? Needs 4. Yikes. In that case, just shove a buy sprayer and a scorcher. And finally one plasma gun there. And unfortunately these all need to be manually assigned here as well. Yeah, the assignment of weapons remains one of the UX issues in this game that perturbs me the most. Right, all the strongest guns go on auto until we reach our auto limit. Until we reach our auto limit, and then non-autos get shoved onto number 2. And good, we do have place for torpedoes. I don't use torps that often, do I? No, I don't. Is there anything else I need to sort out with this vehicle? The crew issue. It needs significantly more crew. Well, that's fine, we're next to somewhere that will give us crew. Ah, no, I just noticed it doesn't actually have a transporter block, which is strange. You need a transporter module, but you also need to use the transporter block, and yet the transporter block, its size is completely irrelevant. Size and location is completely irrelevant. So I can just go right onto the insides here and make the smallest possible block for this thing. Smallest possible block for this thing. Maybe I shouldn't do it on the inside, but on the outside, but I don't want the thing to get broken. I think there's a way to cross-section your ship to make this part easier. For example, I want to place it down and around here, but I'm not sure if such a thing is even possible. Also, isn't that what you are? Isn't there something? I haven't looked into it, but surely there's a way to have a view. I don't know, I would think I was hoping for something like in Open TTD, where you can cut away a lot of the view to see stuff. Anyway, I'll just place it somewhere like there. And just in case that somehow gets shot, I'll place one over there. And then that's all you need to be able to do long-range interaction, provided you have the module. And I need... screw it, just fill me up with crew. And now we're overpopulated, strangely enough. How much are we too overpopulated by? Only a few, so actually I can just dismiss, say 20 of them, throw them into the airlock, and suddenly everybody's happier. Okay, not what I was expecting, but now we're riding around in the next generation ship. And hopefully everybody remembers to follow us, they do. And the yields continue to come in. Using framework blocks to have filler is very useful. Yeah, a lot of the ships that I've been using till now have that, but there's nothing I want to put in this for now. And when it comes to that transporter block, again, you only need the barest of minimums. Alright, Borg is still on his way. Tradecraft has not made it. I thought I ordered them all to come over here. I understand now, they can't use this wormhole to fast travel. So that probably means that when the others try to get over here, they're also going to get blocked by the rift. Strange. And oddly annoying. So if I wanted you through here, what I actually need is for you guys to come over to the unstable wormhole. I see, I see. Well, at least Borg is on their way. Pirates are attacking. Oh, not on my watch. I gotta remember I have a couple modules to use. I should put that to use, but not before I help these folks. Always looking to help my fellows in space. There we go. I didn't get a bonus to relations though because, well, we're already maxed out with Skibbolski, but they're happy to pay me. Right, 2 extra whole blocks for subsystems. More gun is always an option, and it's usually a good one. The hangars appear to be in full production. Oh man, we almost got all the fighters that we can have. I'm a little worried about them being trinium though. That means I won't be able to salvage the orange goods. Kinda makes me want to seek out a salvager of augenite, if they have one here. In fact, I should look into that, shouldn't I? Even though I put all that effort into making those, they've become redundant already. Where was the equipment dock? There we are. Super Pi, go and dock up with them. That's what a lot of workshop ships use, so you can customize the insides easily. So let's see if this one has any. If we look for framework... Okay, they have 2 minuscule bits of framework here. But that's strange, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of empty space inside. It looks like a lot of empty space inside, so... One wonders why they didn't fill it with framework, but maybe they just weren't thinking about that. The outside shell, I reckon they did a remarkable job. I don't know the source material one for one here, but I'll believe it. Right, subsystems. I can already rock 4 squadrons. I could have more. What are we thinking? We got loads of power. Terajoules of storable energy. I don't know why they gave so much of that, but maybe it's because of... Ooh, I can actually take you out. We'll get to the equipment dock and do that. I saw you play Peace Fix the Road on VOD. I developed that game. Good try on the challenge. I was just impressed. You clearly know your puzzles, says Ariel Unek. Well, cheers. The game certainly bested me, though. It was very deceptive. First 20 or 30 puzzles, you're like, ah, easy game, easy life. And then it goes, oh no, this game's playing for real. Cute game. Okay, perhaps the braking power on good old Excelsior leaves a bit of room to be desired. But hey, I didn't make the ship, so I can't complain. Well, I can. Modules, and then we start going exploring and killing anything we find. The desire is just to put in more guns, but we have a problem with the guns. We lack the modules. We lack modules big time. And strangely enough, they're not really selling augenite things here. Perhaps I need to go further towards the center. There is a single augenite repair fighter type. They have 12 of them, but that's not what I'm looking for. Right, well, however you cut it, we've got to search further. Alright, ships. Again, though, modules. I love that extra generated energy. It's such a get-out-of-jail-free card to have installed. But the armed turret slots I have are too low to really consider. It was done by someone who did it better the first time than that. Oh yeah, the submitter apparently beat the challenge. I'd like to see someone else run the game. I don't get to see other people run puzzles around here so often. Basically, I just want more people streaming. I like to enjoy watching people play as well, you know. Holy smokes, I just noticed that 23,000 cargo hold on this thing. So it really does everything. Good old Excelsior. Right, I am at a loss for any of these that I would want on the ship. So, when in doubt, look back at the squadrons and consider adding in another 3 squadrons. The production speed up is actually quite nice there as well. So I might just go big on the fighters. Yeah, why the heck not? I'll keep 1 wild card there. And then... Let's see. Fighters are probably the main one. So I'm going to move all fighters to Squadron 1. And I will keep 3 loads of fighters. Squadron 2 will be salvage. That means you're on 2 as well, you know? And then Squadron 3 will be on boarding. Salvage is still stuck on Trinium, which is not ideal. And I'm still making these crummy chain gun fighters. How do we get rid of this blueprint? Oh, we can just tear it out. It's kind of nice. In that case, I could put in the best ship that I have here and make more of them. I imagine we should just look at raw DPS. Tesla fighting. Alright, let's enjoy some Tesla fighting. It only costs lots and lots of Xenion, but we can live with that. Tesla fighting. Yeah, there we go. We're still making more of these salvaging fighters, although I do want to find a better one. We didn't have one available. And we don't need more boarding. Now if we come out of that, and then go straight back into it, there we go, everything is functional. Nice, I like it. Right, in that case, let's go and cause some trouble. And by trouble, I mean finding a resource dock, a resource depot that actually sells resources. So Super Pie, go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, there. 1, 2, 3, and then there. Here we go. Let's try and grab some of the orange blocks, and I don't mind paying money for it, as we journey our way towards the center. I might take a little gander up to this so-called Guardian in the core. Who knows, we might be able to beat it already. I do have a fair few load of chunky escorts, and the Excelsior has plenty of shields going. It just might be that I lack the firepower, because we're still wielding... I think some of us are even still wielding iron-level guns. Yeah, Shadow knows some god-awful games, and it really gets off the people around here having a hard time with them. What did we find here? Ah, right. Before we warp away, we've got 30 seconds to check this. Do you actually have any Ogonite? No, there's still no Ogonite here. What must a man do to get his hands on some Ogonite? What's this super hideous ship, says Athelwyn. It looks like something Jake would design. But I thought we weren't doing that anymore. You having a laugh? At least I'm keeping one original design around here. And that's Special Escort Clubber Seal. I can still see the gaps on the engines where I didn't manage to put it together properly. But it's good to stay humble. And that's really what you're here for. The giant holy USB stick. The challenge was rigged. No way anybody could complete it. Isn't the one entry for please fix the road on how long to beat 2.5 hours? Now that's some serious rigging. Anyway, rigged challenges come in every now and then. You just got to roll with the punches. Paying the crew. Alright, I'm gonna try our luck with you. Dubiously Drunk has actually finished checking the area and did not get caught, which is rather nice. However, this rift is in the way, so Dubiously Drunk is going to travel to... Don't go here if you don't like the Zotan. Okay, so there are going to be infested with pirates, asteroids, pirates, Zotan. Okay, it seems like a pretty deadly place. Hopefully Dangerously Drunk is fine just hiding out where they are, but there's a good chance they'll be attacked. Well, at least I've been taking the challenges to do that, young. We face a long loading time. practically know we've ran into a place with lots of cargo bays. Not cargo bays, what are they called again? The container fields. I had a week straight. You're pretty much riding on your laurels there, young. That was ages ago. Oh, actually, we've got miners here as well as a resource depot. Do you have any Oganite? No, crikey, they don't want us to have Oganite. I was hoping to buy it off of these guys because they're my allies, so I should get the best rate on them. Even then, though, 100,000 of it's going to set me back 3 million. Alright, that being how it is, make your way down to here. And dubiously drunk, what are we going to do with you? Since we know that some of these are going to be empty, I might just have you come down to about here. And then do some further exploration. Trade calf is now here, so I want you to go through the wormhole. Who else is in here? Borgarus is not. Borgarus has made it over here. And this is where I start wondering, can you scrap this area safely with an escort? And wow, the Oganite yields are pathetic. And this is meant to be Oganite area, but maybe Oganite's just really, really rare. Well, if that's insufficient, then Borg, I want you to travel a little closer, but still relatively safe. The escort does nothing. Anyway, we clearly need to be closer to the center to get some actual amounts of Oganite. Trade calf is going through. Wasn't there somebody else here, though? Nemiblub. I think Nemiblub's an escort class. Get through as well. You're riding on this beat your time on Resi. We weren't playing for time on Resi. Right. Still dangerous, but I'm still going to send you in because I need to know what's going on around here, Dubious. Trade calf continues to be pushed through the unstable hole. Okay. Resource depot. Dare I ask, do you have any resources? Dare I even find you? Here we go. Finally, some Oganite. I'll take it all. Must... Oh, of course. Got a dock. Curiously, have we unlocked any particularly new kind of block with Oganite? Can't do field generation, computer core, hyperspace, or transporter. We can do cloning. Is there anything they have that others don't, though? We got the armor back, but I think Trinium remains a good armor type because it's light. I think the thing about Oganite is that it's incredibly dense. I don't know. Maybe Avorion is even better. But I'm not spotting any new kind of block. So, what is Oganite even good for? Tell you what, this feels like the kind of thing the encyclopedia would know a thing or two about. So there's scrap Oganite, Oganite ore, we know about that, but what about Oganite itself? It is very heavy, very durable. Many of the technical blocks aren't available. It shines on armor. Ship fill from Oganite will be heavy and not nimble, but shrug off most attacks. I wonder if that hit to agility is worth it. I suppose if you just play as one massive floating gun, it would be preferable. It's only really good for heavy armor. Neither it or Avorion give any new block types. In that case, I wonder if Avorion is worth anything. We don't know about it. I think we need to discover it before we get an entry about it into the encyclopedia. Still, we'll buy some Oganite just so we have it available to use if the need arises, especially if we're going to be making Oganite fighters If we ever find them. Nice to pay 0 passage fee for people that we're friendly with. Actually, when I was playing on Insane mode, I did have to consider the passage fee, because I wanted to move around safely, but on that mode, most factions don't really like you, so they charge you an arm and a leg for going through. Right, give me that, Oganite. So I paid 1.2 million for 34,000, then I definitely want a profitable mining operation done, but don't really know where there's civilization. I mean, there's people over here, and that seems to be far inside Oganite. Not only that, but they're my allies. Even so... Well, there is actually something to be said for moving Borg R Us over there, although I think I already moved them down here. Tell you what, let's follow this gate. Seems like it goes a lot closer to the core, and then we'll figure out what's around there. Borg. You're a scrapper, right? Again, the Oganite value is incredibly low. That's kind of scary. Simultaneous salvaging isn't that amazing, but even so, that's... You're pretty much guaranteed to be attacked. I could give you... Well, I'm not giving you any of my escort classes, but still. Kinda scary. Tell you what then, Borg, do you have the wherewithal to travel over to the other part of the Allied space? There's a repair and resource dock over there. Yeah, I know the odds aren't great for making that without being ravaged, but go and check it out anyway. This whole area is new to me, but it certainly looks dangerous, especially for people that aren't part of the main fleet. Oh yeah. Super Pi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think Nikito is set to escort anymore for Super Pi. Where is Nikito? Oh god, did they not make it through again? Yeah, okay. Why this happens I do not know, but sometimes ships just don't seem to manage to make it through the gate. And then you have to tell them to do so. So... who is here? Derwin, get through. Nitro, get through. This is why maintaining a fleet can be a real pain in the bum. Alright, that's another thought. I think I wanted Nikito to be traveling over here as well to keep you safe. One, two, three, four, five. Oh, right, I forget. Is Nikito meant to be part of Super Pi's policy or not? Easy way to check. They are not. Over you go there as well. And you can get it done nice and easily. Daredevil. Trade Calf has made it through. I'll trade Calf down here to help out with trading around here. Hopefully it can be done. And... escort Nemiblub. Nah. Although I forget, Nemiblub, where even are you? There you are, okay. You just get over down there with Nemiblub and get trading. Hopefully it's more profitable around here. Who knows? Who knows if it even is? And now 1, 2, 3. I need you to go here, and then all the way over there. Hang on. I know. I don't think all of my ships actually have the escort command. Again, it keeps forgetting this. ticking me off to no end. I'll just tell them all to redo the escort stuff. Don't know how I'm going to be dealing with this on insane mode though. Because I reckon on insane mode you absolutely need the escorts. Am I missing an escort ship? Pretty sure I had 7 escorts, not 6 before. Well, they can't have been that great if I've managed to forget about them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe it was someone like Nemiblood, but it matters not. Now, go there, and then wherever that is. There we go. Mord being a Trekkie can appreciate the Excelsior. Hey, you were playing more of that Star Trek game recently, weren't you? What's the end game to that anyway? Is there even an end game to it? So I think we saw Borg having made it to their destination, so we'll hope that there's a bit more scrapping opportunity, but it could be that just Avorion and Orgonite are exceedingly rare once you get that far. Or it could... No, I think I know why. It's because he doesn't have the tools to break them down. He's still rocking Trinium miners. He needs Orgonite and beyond. Travel hub and military outpost. Oh, hang on. I haven't used them before, but I do know of the travel outposts. Where are they? Are you it? Oh, you're a cruiser. You're a travel outpost. So with these ones, you can actually get a fleet boost jump. It costs goods, but don't I have these goods? Fusion cores, neutron accelerators, blah blah blah. Look at that, I have the kind of goods that I need to make that big jump, I assume. So if you get that big boost on thing for the whole fleet, we could all make a massive jump straight towards Avorion. Since I haven't even fought anything around here, that seems like a big risk. Well, while I'm thinking about that, Borgaros, I need to update you. Because yeah, now I realise the reason that you're not getting that extra, any amount of Avorion, Orgonite, is because of your lack of upgrades. But I'm pretty sure I just bought one. Maybe it was mine though. Looking at what you already have. Yeah, salvaging lasers at Trinium and Naonite level. Insufficient. Also, what's your complaint here? I don't think the automated ones care about the transporter block or software, so we can get away with that. Huh. I suppose if I just look by material, or even if I just look for Orgonite, bolter, artillery cannon, and driller, but the driller does stone, not alloys. What about Xanion? I have a lot of Xanion, so what about Xanion with alloys? Okay, good. I have our disassemblers. 2 of them even. One of them looks not even that bad. So I'm going to take some of my old Naonite stuff, which will be insufficient, and then put on this. It needs to be put on Xanion, of course. In that case, what is this stuff? It's armor. And that's corner armor too. But Xanion doesn't do armor. Fortunately, it does turret bases. So what if I just turn you into a turret base? That looks fine. I mean, it looks hideous, but it's fine. Now we're going to put a proper disassembler on you. It doesn't like it because there's not enough space for it, but get rid of that R salvager, and there you go. Now, is that going to change your tune on the Orgonite? If I tell you to scrap in this area, finally some actual Orgonite. Now I want you to go safe, and I want you to have an escort, and even that isn't very safe. Could we get a little... Hang on, do you get some Avorion as well? That's pretty cool. Tell you what, let's play Risky Biscuits with you, shall we? We will stick to a 2% ambush chance. Over 1 hour. I get a delivery, I think, every 15 minutes when we do it for 1 hour. And that's going to get us some Orgonite and even a tiny bit of Avorion. So we'll at least learn a bit about it. Damage efficiency down to 1%. Well, that's not good. It's all not great, but at least you get us some goods. So do it and try to be as safe as possible. Also, Dubiously Drunk is under attack. Well, we knew they were highly likely to be under attack, but they did manage to get a good bit of scouting done. Now we need to get you the heck out of here on the double. Okay, well, tell you what, just run away to somewhere relatively safe, and half the shields are gone already. Run! All guns set to defense. Power depletion already. Oh, I don't think you're surviving this, and I already used my get out of jail free card with the allies. Okay, but one thing you are, or should be, is particularly fast. Okay, not fast enough. Far from fast enough. Pick up the pace. Well, they're not joking around here. It's alright, there's a smidgen of shield remaining. 0% of it even. Oh, it's gone. And it wasn't a reviving shield, so it's not coming back. Don't worry about the turrets. Those are not proving to be a problem. Ooh. Wait. Just need to hold out for a minute and a half. Jeez, what's even fighting us here? The Usam Pirates. Unsurprisingly, they are hostile by default. What is interesting is that their Omicron isn't that high. It's only 600 in this one. Still a bit too much for our Scout class to go and check out. Our Scout, which is desperately trying to get its shields back. Come on, cool down the hyperspace, please. No, Nemi Blob, we don't love coming here. Let's run our battery down to half. Okay, 20 more seconds and we're good to get out of here. I knew the risks. There was a 50% chance that we were going to get ambushed, but I still thought it was worth it just to get some scouting done. Oh, sweet Jesus, move! Alright, we're good. Go, 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 go! Okay, hopefully we didn't just jump into more pirates. We did not. We did not, okay. Right, clearly it is too risky to be exploring here. However, there's something else that you could be checking out, and that is this, 9625. So Dubiously Drunk, we want you to quick travel to 9625. You can get that done nice and fast. Boom. Okay, that's largely taken care of everybody. Can our trader do relatively safe trading in this safe allied area? The answer is... kind of. Oh wait, no, that's for a very cheap order. Actually, there's no real money to be made here. First fleet coming in so long and we can't even have some good old-fashioned trading done. In that case, I might just leave the two of you to your own devices. So I need to get some better disassembly stuff for you. If it's made of Oganite, you can actually start generating some real goods for me. But I tell you what, Nemiblob, since Trader Calf isn't worth their weight at all anymore, I'm going to have you go and assist on the mining operations around here. So, resource, repair dock. Good enough, just get yourself over there. All sneaky-like. And is there anybody else I still need to see to? Ah yes, Karma and Effect and Billy Daru couldn't make it beyond the rift. Billy Daru is an incredibly experienced traveller, so if we get them across the rift, then they should be able to help out on the discovering everything front. I was thinking, oh crikey, that's not good. Dubiously Drunk has discovered that that's actually full of buccaneers that don't like me very much. So, are you under attack? Could you just get out of there? Actually, whether or not you can, do it. So we're not going to take that route with our main fleet. We are going to jump over here, where we have allies, and we're adjacent to the Avorion part, essentially leapfrogging the entire Oganite layer. That might hurt us, because it means we're not killing things and generating Oganite resources, but let's take the risk. So if we go back to Super Pie, we're going to load up on stuff for jumping extra far. The scout should really have a ship with minimal hyperspace delay. The delay there is caused by enemy ships. If you're in a fight, you have to wait a minimum amount of time before you can jump away. Although there are modules that reduce it, it's percentage-wise, so you still gotta wait it out. So to that extent, I believe shields are better. Why do you just fly away at regular speed instead of boosting out of enemy range? Because we're limited on boosting, and if I run out of battery, then I won't even be able to continue going away at regular speed. Ooh, nice, just casually seeing the yellow rocks is nice. Right, what's the distance that we're trying to go? If one square is 10, we want to go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and a bit. I'm not even sure they can get us that far. What's the biggest boost you can offer us, Travel Hub? Oh Christ, 50 is the best you can do. Well, I want 50 for the whole fleet, please. It's booked. Please fly through the energy lines to activate the boost. You'll be charged once you cross them. Also, pirates are here. Is that really a big deal for us? Well, we're already shooting them. Now we're already killing them. Well, we'll get a reward for it. There we go, they seldom survive such a situation. Go and grab the loot, my minions. 200,000 credits is okay, but the real benefit from that are the relations boost, which of course we don't get since we already have maxed relations. That's another thing that slows the game down but makes it a bit more interesting on insane mode, is most factions other than your starting one really don't like you. So you have to go out of your way to raise relations, so you do trading to a certain amount and then protect them or do other missions beyond that. Good fun, but slow. But the benefits from being allied are too good. Better prices, they'll actually help you. Where was that travel hub? Managed to lose it. There we go. Oh, that was the travel hub I'm looking at. I thought it was just a gate out of the area. Also, my little minions are struggling to enter. Ah, right. We had this problem before in another ship design. Because you have this lip around the hangar bays, these little guys can't make their way in. Which does make me wonder why the game decided that they had to path to it anyway. Sounds like extra work for negative payoff. Well, that's what I mean about in these kinds of games when I say just putting in faff just because it's a space game. Gotta remember, it's a game before it's anything to do with space. But that's just my opinion. So this is the thing we fly through, right? No, no it's not. That's a gate. Wait, I thought for sure that was a travel hub. I even pointed at it. Okay. Good thing I don't have to pay these people. If you boost in short bursts, you can maintain nearly full boosted speed without running out of energy. Depends on your energy generation, but yes. Alright, this time with gusto. Where in the world is that travel agency? There they are. James, how did I make that mistake? Also, Dubiously Drunk has made it here. Oh god, I got a lot of people that are free now. Yeah, when you have a large enough... This isn't even what I would term a particularly large fleet, but I don't think it's got the best tools for managing them. Okay, forget that then. I want over here to do some proper scouting, because this is danger zone with no real payoff. So, Dubiously Drunk, travel your way over here. 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, just get over there. Proto-Zamak and Tarkin. Now Proto-Zamak I think was doing mining operations over here, and now I want them to help out with the mining over here. Just a shame that we can't quickly travel through, we have to go through this blessed wormhole. But Tarkin is a good escort, they'll take you through no problem. Karma and Effect and Billy DeRue are through here, so we just tell them to go through, and then we order them further. And we get through here. One thing that's really nice on a ship that is truly indispensable is giving it so much energy that it can boost indefinitely, or more or less indefinitely. Gets you out of danger. Of course, comes at the cost of subsystems and what you build into the ship. You need 10 fuel. Wait, I thought I had the materials for it. Ah, crumbs. I don't have 10, I have 6. Well then, Travel Hub, I'll just take your modest ship boost. Do I even have plasma cells? Okay, well this isn't great. Perhaps I just need to order my entire fleet to jump over here. Screw this region. Alright, that's what we'll do then. We're traveling all the way to Resource Depot and Trading Point? Sure, why not? Get over there at reasonable speed with escort, special escort, and everybody else we can bundle in. And they'll be at that for 13 minutes, unfortunately. Less unfortunately, though, we have Billy DeRue and Carmen Effect. Billy, are you actually going through here? Billy? Billy doesn't seem to want to go there. Oh. Okay, why not? Please don't tell me that the wormhole is closed. No, you are inside the wormhole, Billy. Billy? There we go. Right, billion karma. Curiously, you could scout this area, couldn't you? At reasonable risk. Instead, you're going to be traveling over here. At great speed. I think explorers get quick travel done considerably faster, although it's not shown anywhere here, is it? And now Nemiblob has made it over. You're just going to hang around there until the scrapping is done, and then we're going to grab the goods. Speaking of the goods, oh, now it's Protozomac with a healthy amount of Xanion. Tarkin finds some nice goods. I do love lucky captains. Glad I said captains quick enough so no one clips that. Recht. Everybody's moving around. We're largely waiting on them. Is there anything else to do at this point? I wonder if when you reach this point you ever want to come back to these outer areas. Because it seems like a big pain in the bum to always have to go through this. Also, we do get to learn about Avorion because... There we go. Commander, here's an installment from our yield. I think we got a staggering 10 of it. 10 whole Avorion, enough to learn about it. So, Avorion is a light material, good energy characteristics, preferred for Shotan for building ships. Hyperspace cores built from Avorion even let you traverse the Great Barrier. Well, that explains why they can come through the barrier to terrorize people beyond it. But does that mean if I have even the slightest bit of hyperspace coring out of that stuff, I can jump through this? I assume so, so that's good. So although this rift is a big pain in the bum to get through, you just start building things out of Avorion and then you don't need to worry about rifts, I assume. That's actually quite nice. It undoes my initial annoyance at having to use this to get through. Okay, yeah, take it. Nemiblub is over here, but it's just an escort. Not even that great an escort, I might add. And you appear to have a gate that goes... That is a gate, right? You know what, Nemiblub? Why don't you take the risk and... Wait, where does it even lead to? Nemiblub is here. Could you go... Oh, jeez, where does that go? Ah! Take a risk, Nemiblub. Tell me what's down there. It does lead inside the Avorion area, but you'd be just as quick and easy to simply go down to here. Doesn't really explain how they get through, since their ships don't have any Avorion in them. Clearly they're just using burner Avorion systems. Can't let the enemy get that technology. Let's go away from the wormhole, shall we? Subspace signals are getting too strong for your scanners. Brace yourself. I wonder if that means that it's going to be a large one, because you do get large groups of aliens coming in, and on insane mode, that's just suicide. Even for the region, you think, these faction ships will help me out. No, those faction ships are dead. I think we have to disagree on the size of the galaxy being wasteful, Max. I really like it. Even though I know I'm never going to fly here, just knowing that it's there, I feel like it adds something to all of this. And there's so many factions. A meaninglessly large amount of them, but I still enjoy it. Right. Come on, Nemiblub, what's beyond? Danger a lot. Okay, so it was a large fleet, and we don't care because as long as we don't attack them, we're okay. They don't seem to have cargo ships on the Zotan. It'd be nice if they did. Also, is that red? That is not red. It's just some... There's just nothing there. Nemiblub, explain further. Oh, it was a wormhole. I thought it was a gate. Alright, add that wormhole. add that wormhole too. Right, not worth losing your life here. It is also good to know that this is considered a weak ship, and this ship is 1,000 Omicrons, so that might be cause for concern. Nemiblob, I think, might even be added to the main fleet for fear of the Excelsior's life. I say we launch the warp core. Picard would do it. Launch the warp core. Wormholes seem really good. I bet they're amazing for trading, like buying a lot of goods here and selling them over here, where I imagine the rates are a lot better. It's just that procurement takes so long. Right, Dubious, you've made it here. Come to think of it, isn't Nemiblob meant to be your escort? Probably. Now, get exploring. There's clearly rift there, but we need to make our way towards this center part, so no matter the risk is high. Well, no matter the risk, go and explore for me. Protozomac has made it with Escort Tarkin, so I need you two to get through here. And then you're going to come down here, get re-equipped, and start mining around here. We need that Avorion and Ogonite. Actually, I'm not even sure I need Avorion. For all I know, I could just fly my main fleet right here and end the game immediately. We'll wait until they've warped in here and then start taking a more direct route. If we encounter fights that are too hard for us on the way here, then that's going to be a clear indicator that we need to buff up a bit. So we'll find the nearest place that we can still survive and go and procure better everything. How are we on waiting on the fleet here? 5 minutes until the main fleet have arrived. And that's a lot of ships to re-equip with better guns, although they do need it. Like I said, I'm rocking a lot of very obsolete tech out there. But my big win in my book is that I allied the Skibolski, meaning that at least goods around here I'll be able to get access to, and at a reasonable price, because they won't sell you the good stuff unless you're allied. That said, is there even an equipment dock around? Oh, okay, there's not an equipment. Really? No equipment docks here? That's rough. Maybe I'm not spelling equipment right. Nope, I'm just out of luck if I want to buy equipment here. Maybe there's another faction that I could swiftly become friendly with inside the Avorion place. Turret factory near the center. That's a way. I haven't made use of them much. Isn't there one highlighted 2 squares to your southwest? There's a scrapyard there. Otherwise, no. We will explore further around here with the main fleet, and hope that we can find somewhere to buff up if need be, and I reckon we need. I might feel the burn of lack of money though. 13 million is not loads of money. I could easily squander it on Ogonite. If anything, I now regret having bought that huge load of Ogonite, because our Ogonite generation isn't too bad, as long as we use the right people. And I believe, Protozomac, I do have a proper miner for you. Tarkin, how are you struggling to get through that? Billy Daru is done. Only done traveling though. I'm already scouting this area. So Billy Daru, maybe up here as well, just so we know more of what we're dealing with. But I generally want to scout towards the center. That's 1, 2, 3 scouting operations to figure out a reasonable route there, although I'd be happier scouting what's left and right of it as well, just to know more about this area. Alright, good, they made it. So Proto and Tarkin, if you guys can get over here. Again, another 15 minutes of waiting for them to come over, but the main fleet will be done in just a minute or two. Acquire Tier 7 building knowledge for Avorion. Must fly closer to the center of the galaxy. That's fine, we're about to cross over here. But no easy ally to buy it off of. And the money's drying up a little bit. I could always sell a huge amount of Xanion to boost myself forward a bit. I'd certainly get a good rate here. If I wanted to sell you... Hell, I could sell 1 million Xanion for 23 million credits. That doesn't seem too outrageous. Cool, Avorion. I haven't played that game in a long-ass time. From what I've read, it's very different now from years ago. But I didn't play it then, I've only played it now, and I do really like what I see. Alright, Super Pie, we're on you. Start tunneling towards the center. Is there any barrier between here and the core? We just crossed a major barrier. Here's hoping that there's not another one to have to find 8 gym badges to unlock our way through. Of course, yeah, they all forgot their escort order. That is bothersome. Why? Why is that a thing? Right. Order escort. Order escort. Order escort. Order escort. Order escort and order escort. I have definitely lost an escort along the way. I don't remember who. Hello, they'd be happy to get some titanium. I am a little tempted to sell off some Xanion. Something I would like to check on, though, is that there was another big ship design to work towards, as I recall. Original designs do not steal. Folder has... Oh, not these bottom ones, that's for sure. You... Holy smokes, you are big. And you cost 50 million. I'm not sure we're going to be seeing one of these. All that Xanion I was talking about selling for easy money would need to be put into building this. What even are you? The Blue Phoenix Battlestar. What do you have? Not sure if those are engines or hangar slots. Not sure if you have any hangar slots, actually. Which is a shame, I like having hangars. You just look like an outright destroyer, though. Well, I wouldn't know. This sort of naming convention is beyond me. It's a Battlestar. Those are hangars. Really? I'm not seeing hangars. Again, I wish I could see information about it here, but can't build it. At least not anytime soon. Even so, though, I think since I'm still in Allied territory, I'm going to sell a bunch of ores just to have some money. If I come across something that's way too expensive, then I'll be kicking myself, and I don't immediately need that now night. They are workshop downloads, and there are loads of workshop downloads. I very swiftly had to abandon my notion of not using them because it's such a time and effort commitment to build a ship, and then very often it's not even going to be a good ship since I don't have the experience at it. So in the interest of actually getting the game played, I decided to renege on that idea. They don't show you these maneuvers in the show, do they? The game's own stock designs are considerably more blocky. But I haven't used them, so I don't know how functional they are. Right, so I'll sell you that titanium for moderate money. But what I'm really here to do is to sell about 1 million naonite for 12 million. And thinking about it, I should sell some of that Xanion. I'm going to sell you 750,000 of it. There we go, that should give me some spending money as we work our way towards the core. Nothing else that I want to be dealing with here, so... Is that a destination? Is this the destination? Ah, that must be the destination then. And for that we have to use the gate. Well, no problem using the gate. At least we know that there's some kind of civilization through there. But now we're going away from our allied territory, aren't we? Southwest gate to the Field of Wonders 1 with the Sudofa clan. A neutral party. Thinking about it, maybe I should have sold to them just to get some relations bonus. If I get good relations with them, I'll be able to buy knowledge off of them, but I might just rather go kill people for that. When our scout is done, we'll be able to see pirate sectors. And pirates sometimes have building knowledge. Sometimes you can find building knowledge in the crates as well. My escorts, taking them so long. They are at least all on escort order, but sometimes they lose that going through a gate. $3,000 Omicron on Derwin, 1,000 on Kaladin. As we know, 1,000 is considered too weak for the sector. What are we rocking? 6,000, still feels quite weak. Commander, I found a battery. Thank you kindly. Oh wait, that was our main ship found a battery on the travel order. I wonder how abusable that is. I reckon you could just set a lot of lucky commanders to do 1-minute travel journeys back and forth across a safe area, and then they would find you parts. It's just that the parts, God knows what they're going to be. There's probably much more time-effective ways to use them. Yeah, 1 is enough. Is he still using his soundboard? I recall he got one. To be fair, I once had a soundboard, and I used some lucky clips on it, but in the end I did not enjoy having one, so away it went. Okay, well, wherever we're going must be civilized, because it's taking a wee while to load in. Hello, friends. Hello, mail. Rules and regulations. United and strong, we defy all that stands in our way, says the Sidovalia clan. But now we're inside Avorion territory. What do you even have here? Lots of mines and a trading post. Hopefully my fleet can make it through. We all had to pay the toll, but at this stage of the game, 3,000 credits a ship isn't too bad. How do they feel about us around here? 11,000. I would need to get relations up to 65,000 to do proper business with them. Which might be possible if we can find a resource dock of theirs. I might look into that. Especially if I can get a map of them. If they extend quite far down towards the center, this could be a very helpful group to be allied with. Why am I no longer allied with Skivolsky? What the heck happened there? What in the world just happened? We had an alliance and now it's gone. I didn't do diddly. I hope it wasn't one of my AI ships just scraping against something until it reduced relations, but colliding does enormous damage to relations. Okay, that's weird and unfortunate. and aggravating. Oh well. At least the Skivolski are behind us. Now we're looking to find ways to be friendly with Sidophiala. I might look into the game files and see if that... I'm assuming this is because one of our AIs grinded against their stations or ships. Find a way to severely reduce that. Okay, is everybody in here? 2 of our ships are still back there. Which 2? I don't think there's still 2 of my ships there. Ah, no, Derwin and JJ are taking their sweet time. Love the game, and I love having a fleet, but managing a fleet is quite a bit of anti-fun. The reason a lot of games abstract away this sort of management stuff, whereas the game has been quite true to all the ships having to abide by the rules of the game independently. Alright, I think they've made it through. But unfortunately that means I need to give them the order to escort again. Right, JJ. Escort, and I forgot who the other one was. JJ is there, and it was Derwin. Derwin. Escort me. Okay, well, it doesn't look like there's any gates that link further down, so we're just going to have to take some risks. We're going to jump to wherever there are actual unknown energy signatures. So we're going to go here, then here. Because at least those have a chance of being actual civilization, unlike the yellow blips. Is there really not a way to mass make them escort? I feel like there's a lot of management tools that you'd think would be there, but I have yet to find them if they do exist. Which is funny, I mean, I was reading up on forums and that about the game. I've been doing a lot of reading up about the game. And it's not a complaint that I see voiced often, so either I'm doing something wrong, or people don't typically play with big fleets. Seems weird. That to me is a huge part of the visceral fun, is warping in somewhere with your giant posse and bullying a sector, or crushing pirates, or just generally having a giant space fight that you can sit back and watch. But again, I'm new to playing this game which has been in development for, what, 9 years, and available for God knows how much of that. I'd hate to be the kind of repulsive newcomer that has opinions. You know, game that you've played for 1,000 hours, someone comes in, plays for 12 hours and tells you what the game should be. Well now, there's a miner. Not much else. See those blips? They're kind of annoying to keep track of, that's why I use this quality of life thing that just goes, yep, keeps them solid on your map. That said, there's not a whole lot else out here. There's unknown energy signature there, but I generally want to be heading south now. Let's try our luck. Mission failed on urgent delivery. I did not accept urgent delivery. That mission was thrust upon me. Has Protozomac not reached destination yet? I want to get a mining operation done. Have some actual income of Oganite, and maybe even touch on some of Avorion. He has not. Let's get some numbers on that then. Also, there's a habitat here. Hello, habitat. They will trade with us, but all I have is a single gem to trade with them, and that's not going to improve relations at all. And they're short on water. I don't think I carry water on me. Quite certain that I do not. Let's see. Protozomac will be there in 3 minutes, and so far has not been accosted. However, not a whole lot going on down here. I think I have space for another subsystem if I wanted to have better scanning range. Radar range up 5, deep scan range up 6, plus another 3 and 6 if I permanently install it. Let's give it a go so we're not flying blind here. I don't think I actually want to... Hello! Didn't even need to do that, because dubiously drunk got that scouting done without getting caught. And there is the Sidofa clan's actual land, including trading post and resource depot over here. Although I do want to go south, it might be more sensible to go and say hi to them there. So Super Pi, I'm not going to use the travel order, so it's going to scupper up all my escort orders. I'm just going to tell you to take the relatively safe path. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Blip. Whole fleet gets over there. We try and do some trading to see if we can get better relations with them. If so, we're going to buy Avorion knowledge. If not, at least we can see what's available. Oh, there's no equipment dock there, nor is there one here. Still though, good job dubiously drunk. I want you and your escort to now travel over here, which will get done almost instantly, and then we will explore further and then continue our way down towards the center. Nice. Is there a final boss in the center? Or just get to the center and bing, you're done. The message that we were sent seems to indicate that there is some kind of guardian. Zotan Guardian is doing something in the center of the galaxy. I assume that's the end game. Whether or not there's more optional stuff to do, I don't know. I mean, it would be cool if there were incredible hazards across the galaxy that you want to build up and deal with beyond doing that. I just don't know if they exist. If they don't exist, they definitely should. Because otherwise, what's your motivation to keep playing after doing the Guardian? But I don't know. I haven't even seen the Guardian. For all I know, the Guardian is 10 times stronger than anything I can manage right now, and I do need to buff myself up for it. There we go. Over short distances, this kind of short hopping beats the heck out of a travel order, purely because you have to do so much rejigging with a travel order after you're done. Alright, Protozomac, I have you in position. I'm going to switch out your... I'm going to try and switch to you. What the world are you doing, Proto? There we go. Maybe explore and enslave the whole galaxy. There is an element of... Oh, cripes! Don't hit me like that. There's an element of allure to that, that's for sure. Your ore mining fighters can't pick up ores or scrap. You need a functional teleporter thing. As far as I'm aware, that does not apply to automated operations. Now, I need to make sure that you can mine out Avorion and beyond. You have plenty of trinium mining. Oh, you actually have a Xanian ore mining laser. But that's only for Oganite. I'm still going to switch out for, let's see, Xanian alloy. Let's actually just say alloy. Sort it by material. Wait, I could have sworn I had an Oganite. Ogonite. Double R driller breaks stones into ores. Ah, of course it's called driller, not miner. The thing is slot 4. Do I have space for more slots on you? I absolutely don't. Also, oh yeah, of course you would have that. Hey, you've got the docking distance thing as well. I don't think you need that. 4 on the mining. Alright, well, I'll just get rid of 4 of my miners then. trinium ones would be the ones to go, so I'll just remove you, and then we're going to slam this thing in. I should have done a replace job on the other one, but too bad. Of course, it needs to be put on Oganite or better, but that's why we have Oganite turret base, and enough Oganite to actually do this. It's too small. The thing is huge. Okay. Let's just transform all of that into Oganite and slam you down there. A very ill placement for mining out, but hopefully you can make that work anyway. Now, when I tell you to go and mine in this area, which hopefully has lots of asteroids. Oh, it does. It really does. Rich in asteroids, quite a lot of enemies. That's why you have Tarkin to escort you. And safe mode, and even that is tricky biscuits for you. High chance of being caught. Right, well, let's just have that catch chance as low as possible, even though it lowers the yield considerably. Because I do not want you getting ambushed. Of course, I could deck you out with much better everything, and maybe that's something to consider. You are already covered in trinium. You have good hit points, but you could always do with more shielding. I might just rip out this docking distance from you and give you a considerably better shielding. You already have 54,000 shields, but let's give you a lot more shields. There we go, 165,000 shields, which I'm tempted to increase yet further. Very tempted, but I'd have to take away... I'd have to rip out something that I really do not want to rip out. Or I give you a trinium computer core, which I just slam on. That's not trinium. Give you a trinium computer core on the back. What's the button I'm looking for? That's it. Fatten you up a bit. That collides too much with another part. Well, that's what you're here for. Let's do that. There we go. It's a little bigger than it needs to be. That's okay. And now we can go here and I can give you shield durability plus big amount. Ooh, costs generated energy. And that's actually going to put you at an energy deficit. Screw it, put it in anyway. Now you have 338,000 and just enough energy to keep going, although I don't trust that. So I'm going to go for a trinium generator to slam on the side here. And we can't do that because we need a shipyard. Okay, well, let's hope you never get into a fight, because you won't have the energy to run away, which will be quite funny. So now we need to hope that that extra that I gave you will allow you to mine this rich area in safe mode with an escort. Whew, now you're safe. There is no chance of you getting blasted. That's what I was looking for. I try not to accept ambush chance at all anymore. Not only is it a pain to lose someone that's just meant to be automatically getting you resources, it's a real-life pain to switch to them and get them out of that situation. Right, Billy DeRue. Wow, the Stuofiala clan. Bigger than I thought, but... Dubiously Drunk has already made it here. Dubiously Drunk, begin the scouting operation, please. Yeah, around there. Who's the escort that I give you? I think it's Nemiblub. I'm going to assume it's Nemiblub. Very high chance of being caught here, and for some reason it just blanked me out of that. Dubiously Drunk, Scout, region. I think whenever this list updates, it kicks you out of your operation here. That's my best guess. at this point the escort isn't actually helping you at all. They're probably just going to get themselves killed if they join in. Well, 45% chance of death, but I do need to know what's going on down there. Billy DeRue. Do we risk you too? What I could have is Billy DeRue goes down here and then scouts even further down. I know it's risky. Yeah, at this point I think escorts are going to hurt them more than help them. The escorts can be used to assist mining operations and salvage operations. In that case, we find Super Pie, and we see that there's still a way to go further down here. We don't know what or where, though, or even how far. That's strange. Why can't we see anything beyond here, or a way to... What I'm not seeing is a destination along here, and nothing's blipping on the radar to indicate that there's anything there either. But I want to find somewhere to get resources. Oh, there we go. No, that's not it. Right, tell you what, let's interact with these people and see if we can't get a bit friendlier with them. So, switch over to Super Pie, who's very easy to tell from the list here now. You can just see the saucer. How far into the game is this? I don't know. But we are in the center area of the galaxy. So you'd think we just go over to the center, kill the boss, and we're done, but I don't know if it's going to be that simple. So I'm gingerly making my way down there, trying to find ways to strengthen myself as I go. Curious to see how much trading it's going to take to get friendly enough with these people to get Avorion building knowledge. So let's go and say hi to their resource depot. We evade its big laser, but there was no... I think they're talking about that mobile... What was it again? The tech thing that I had to build a ship out of stone to deal with. Turret factory... Turret factory supplier... We're not allowed to do business with you. Okay, so maybe if I get a bit friendlier, that turret factory could get me some half-decent turrets. That would make mining operations better, and perhaps more importantly, give me some better firepower. I do at least want to encounter the... Well, I need to encounter some threats around here and see what it's like. Maybe I'll go and beat up some pirates if I can. That should give me a good idea of how dangerous the area is. So if we do a search for pirates, sector is infested with pirates. So if we work our way down there and slaughter there, one, we might get building knowledge, but two, we'll get a knowledge of just how strong things are in the area. That costs ore, and I'm not dealing in ore. I'm curious about selling you a bunch of, let's say, some Xanion. If I give you 250,000 of it. Ooh, now that's good on improving relations. I hate to give away Trinium since I used tons of it. But what if I gave you a cheeky 100,000 Trinium? Well, not give you, I'm selling you. I don't think that improved relations at all, though. Buying stuff might help too, but... Let's see... Luck was on our side, says Tarkin. They managed to get ourselves a Xeneon Tech gun, which is nice. That means Tarkin is idle. Just sitting around here doing a whole lot of nothing by the scrapyard, but that's probably not a bad thing. Billy DeRue has made it. It's time for Billy DeRue's most dangerous adventure yet. Well, this is awful because you don't even explore much there because of this chonking great rift. So instead, I'm actually going to have you travel over here. And you're going to unveil this for me. Bleeding Rift. And IFT Clerk has finished mining. Jings, I'd almost forgotten about you back there, IFT. Mining operations back there are no longer what I'm looking for, I would dare to say, so I actually want you to make your way through the rift. Now, how are our relations with these people? Not much is known about Shotan, and for some reason we're neutral despite all the fighting we've done. Well, relations went up, but not quite up to good. I don't think that's going to be my way of getting building knowledge. But it would at least let me trade with them if it were a bit better. Turret factory... no, I don't know what level you need to trade with them, and it's a shame they don't want to tell me. Do I have any raw ores to refine? Scrap tax of 7%. I don't know if that's based on relations or not. I'll give them some more Xenion. Did that not improve relations, though? Maybe there's a cap on it. I didn't pay attention to its previous value, but I don't think it shifted there. It's a little unfortunate. What can we do to make you happier? Well, there's still no sign of an equipment dock. Billy DeRue, perhaps you can find one. Holy smokes, this is a big chunking rift here. 50% chance of you getting ganked. Give it your all. And we are going to go and fight some pirates now. It's been quite a while since we had a proper fight. I don't know why it's showing Rex under pirate. Oh, it's not. It's lit up for reasons I don't know. Right, well those are the only pirates that we know of, so let's go to them. And we're going to go by ejecting you out to avoid loading times. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, blonk, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then over we go. Did I just hear something smacking into something else there? Maybe that's the secret to losing relations. Doesn't have a single train yet. What is he talking about? Did we just slam into something and hurt relations, though? No, I don't think we did. Unfortunately, the log... I don't particularly like the disconnect between the log and the goods that you get. I wish the goods that you get here were actually in the log so you could check them. For example, Commander, here's a shipment of our yield. But I don't know whose yield, and I don't know what the yield was. It shows up here, but it's gone in 10 seconds or so. But what can a man do? Well, what a man can do is go and pick a fight with pirates that may or may not outclass him. The Excelsior had about 1 million hit points and shields, but those can be evaporated pretty quickly. Lots of subspace signals. That's a good way, I think, to get relations with a faction. If you know you're being followed by aliens, just make sure that you're in an enemy faction by the time that arrives. So when you get that message, in a few minutes you're going to be attacked by aliens. So make sure those aliens attack a civilized space and then selflessly jump to their rescue. It's going to be a real pain if either of my explorers get ganked while I'm fighting pirates. Depending on the strength of pirates, I will not have the wherewithal to go and help them. Alright, I'll jump there, then there. Truthfully though, we don't need to do that, do we? I could tell you just to stop there and jump directly there. No, you had to make that jump. Okay, fair enough. Also, aliens are here. Where are those aliens? How many aliens? Well, it doesn't matter, they're already aggroed. And we are much too slow to cover that distance at any reasonable pace. This tiny little drone thing you get maxes out at 300 meters per second. It's certainly still faster than the fastest man alive. Okay, it's somewhat comforting to know that these Jotans still get destroyed, but it's also down to the fact that faction ships are some of the strongest ships in the game, from what I've seen so far. Probably to discourage you from just going around massacring entire factions and stealing their goods. That said, it can be done. Trust me, there's a temptation. There's actually a sizable temptation to just pick on a faction and crush my way through it with heavy ships here, but all of my ships are now relocated towards the center. Alright, we're on this supposedly infested area. Let's find out just how infested and what the general power level of pirates are around here. Plus stats and tooltips show how much better this turret is compared to the average in the same tech level. Ah, okay, I thought those were over and above what you see. That's not at all what I thought plus stats were. Huh. I thought it was just, hey, lucky you, you got something that gets this bonus to something else. But that's good information to have. If you pick up an item and it says plus 50% strength on it, you'd assume, hey, lucky me, I got this item imbued with a bonus, not that that was an indicator of strength relative to others. But yeah, huzzah to helpful help tips. Okay, what do you want here? Leave immediately or pay the price? I think I'll try paying the price. 2,000 Omicron? Excelsior, destroy. Well, I'm feeling very happy about going full tank class with my shield, and a little less happy. Who was that just rammed me? Saint Kaladin, what are you trying to prove? Right, tell you what this is for. Super Pie, attack all enemies. I just want to watch and see how we perform here. I'm keeping a close eye on my own ship's shields and hull, if the shields do go, and how they perform here. Seem to be doing alright. See, to me this is where the game comes alive. Having your own fleet, ordering them to attack, and observing the carnage. I find it a lot more enjoyable than manually managing your ship like this. I don't know why the game doesn't lean more heavily into that, but I'm mostly just referencing how poor I think the controls are for handling a fleet. But hey, UX is hard. Also, I think I completely neglected to put point defense onto the flagship. I totally did, didn't I? Yeah, look at that. 0 out of 4 defensive turret slots are active. Right, fortunately you can do that mid-fight. DPS per slot, and I want defense. And I might just slam them onto the sides here. So if you're on there, and the underbelly as well. Oh right, Xenion. What's this stuff made of? Trinium. Fine then, there's your defender thing. So that's top and bottom, and couldn't hurt to have it way on the bottom. There you go. Yeah, I was wondering why those rockets weren't getting taken care of. Wish I knew what all these signs meant. What does that look? It looks like anti-fighter, doesn't it? And that's almost certainly a rocket launcher. But speaking of anti-fighters, our fighters seem to be doing a good job just going out there and getting crushing. Nor do they appear to be getting destroyed themselves. Of course they're laser fighters, mulching enemy shield, and then mulching enemy. Now keep in mind, we've got our eyes open for building knowledge. Now this does seem like a fair amount of pirates, so maybe, just maybe, they have what I'm looking for. What? Why was this highlighted? Interesting bit of potentially Avorion wreckage. Man, that is nice. It's pretty cool that you can go full third-person RTS if you wanted to, yeah. It's, in a way, it taps into the kind of enjoyment I get out of, say, Dungeon Keeper or... trying to think of other games where a lot of commanding stuff is being done, but you can directly jump in to take care. Dynasty Warriors might not be a bad example either. Older Dynasty Warriors, that is, not anything that came after the aberration that was 6. But this is where I get a great lot of joy out of it. Big overview here, but the ability to jump in and make your own wee changes. Dynasty Warriors 3 is a game that I actually fire up at least every week, just to play through it a bit and enjoy it. Not so much for the challenge, because there's not a lot to be had in that game once you know your stuff. But more to just enjoy playing out fights in different ways. Guandu being my go-to. As Yuan Shao, of course. First person to die is always Guan Yu. Screw Guan Yu. Feel the power of the blue dragon, my ass. Ah. As morbid as it may sound, one thing I think this game is lacking is the more human element. I don't feel like I'm killing people. Oh, mayday, mayday, our engines are down. I've got my hands full here, sunshine. But don't worry, I'll come along and pick your loot later on. Actually, no, Excelsior class is feeling... Ah, hell, let's go and help them out, shall we? Should at least give us some relations. I also need to get the mod that reduces the beep beep noise. There's no option setting to get rid of it. Another case of why. I'm not sure I'm going to save this guy who's getting pelted by pirates. There will be an attempt, though. My manual guns are a bit paltry. It's all the auto stuff is... Am I flying the ship upside down or something? I think I am. It's hard to tell, though. That would explain why the auto guns aren't latching on, because they're all on top. Actually, I have no idea which is top side. Okay, that must be top side then. I completely unrighted it before writing it. Do you want red shirts spewing from giant gashes in ships' hulls? What is red shirt in this context? I've heard it before, but I don't know the meaning. Maybe it just means general scrub. If that's the case, then yes. Speaking of yes, 14,000 Organite and even some pork scratchings worth of Avorion. Thank you, Borgar us. I shall get back to ordering... Like, our ships seem to be doing okay. Derwin does not. Continue to attack all enemies. Yeah, some ships are failing. Baron von Escort has shields down. Pirates are saying that they're out. Main ship is holding just fine, but I did pour a ton into the shields. But whilst you're doing that, I couldn't help but notice that IF Tiefler needs to fly through the wormhole. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, Borgar us. There's more scrapping to be done. And I want it done safely. Well, you can't really do safe, can you? Alright, well, give it your all. Ah, good to see Clubber Seal doing fine. We built this ugly ass Christ-avenging USB stick very early, and it's still holding on. Look at that gun! The power of Christ propels us. Yeah, if seeing that doesn't make you tingle, there's something wrong with you as a person. A little worried about poor Derwin there, who seems to be getting a little bit rogered. The rest of the ships are holding out okay. See, on Insane Mode this would be a cause of great concern, because for one, the ship would be falling apart physically right now. And two, if it went, it all goes permanently. I lose the modules, I lose the ship, I can't even rebuild it. I lose the guns. It is a different game on Insane. Right, the ships are healing each other, aren't they? Oh, it would help if you could go and help Derwin with his shielding. Super Pie, how are things? Half of your shields are gone, and you have a lot of shields, so that's a lot of shield to lose. Fortunately though, even if Super Pie lost all shielding, it comes back 35%. Which is a nice get-out-of-jail-free card. Hello? I thought that was building knowledge, but it was just an exotic turret control system. We like those. So something I'm really getting out of this is that our fleet is surviving, but it's really poor at dishing out the damage. I need to upgrade pretty much everybody's gun. We have enough Ogonite to give plenty of Ogonite. Whoa. I wonder if I can get away with, do away with that blue glow. It's a little distracting. What was I trying to say? Hold on, I just noticed. Aren't those fighters? I see now. Look at your class. You're a fighter class. So for the first time in ever, we're actually fighting an enemy that uses these. What do you have here? Looking awfully red, so I wonder if you're made of Avorion. Whatever the case, they are giving one of our ships a pretty rough time. There we go, Baron Von Escort. Shields are going down fast. Could be worse, could be Derwin. Shield's gone. Yeah, ship, Idabs, pirates, hostile. Yeah, it's a carrier, of course. So what's a Ravager then? Maybe Ravager is just lots of big gun. How are our own fighters doing? Hopefully that means they're out fighting and not that they're out dead. I'm pretty sure it does, look at that. Squad 1 engaged. Hey, this ship could be boarded, you know. Probably best not to, since it's busy getting ravaged, but it would be a cool way to get our hands on some Avorion. Is that a module or building knowledge? Oh, it's neither. It's it appears to be a... what's it called? Torpedo. I am hoping to get building knowledge out of this. There's a lot of pirates to slay, and liberating a pirate area often gives knowledge. Is Super Pie even firing? Looks like it's just floundering about. We can check on that, if we can find Super Pie. Oh, we are Super Pie. Yes, Super Pie is firing. Maybe I just positioned the guns poorly, because it always has to show its underbelly to shoot the bottom side, or the top to shoot those. But yes, it is certainly firing. Alright, are any of our ships doing incredibly poorly? Derwin is half dead, but half dead also means half alive. It's kind of a shame that our salvagers won't be able to salvage Avorion effectively here, but I'm probably going to still order a salvage operation.